I was gonna go to the gym this morning, but I woke up to a thunderstorm. It's cleared up some, but my power's out. I went to sleep at a decent time, and I expected to wake up at a decent time, and I did originally. It was like 7 a.m., but I was so tired, I just couldn't help but fall back asleep, so I went to sleep and woke up again at 8, and still I was so tired, and I was frustrated because I wanted to get up, but I didn't want to be tired throughout the day, and I'm out of coffee, and I just wish I was fully rejuvenated, fully energized, but I wasn't. So then I went to sleep and then finally got up at like 9, but I had a really good dream. And what's crazy about dreams is sometimes they feel extremely real, and this one felt real, and I met 2 really cool girls, and it's just crazy that as far as I know, they're imaginary, they're not real. But I vividly remember my dream and the interactions I had and the conversations and the feelings I got from it. And it's just weird. How can I miss somebody who isn't real? Unless, of course, they are real. I do want to figure out one day, one way or another, if there is some type of link with dreams and reality. But I have no idea if I will ever be able to in this lifetime. One of my theories is whenever you dream, that's just another reality. And this is a reality, so who's to say that reality is fake and this one is real? I feel like there are infinite realities. I am living my reality, you are living your reality. Every single person who lives here are living their reality. Everybody lives a different reality. So it's hard to say that there's a limit to realities. If I move right here, now I'm in a different reality than I was 10 seconds ago. Every second that passes, I'm in a different reality. Reality is constantly changing. It's a really crazy concept.
We both like to fit in. I just want to be sex, yeah, I just want to be sex.
I don't work out because it hurts. About to get some bag work in, and one thing that I've learned is the fighting community is such a great community. We have these local fights, and one is coming up, and I think it's really cool that I'm meeting more and more people that are in this community, and they all are just pretty much like-minded. They just want to get better, and they appreciate the sport, and I'm appreciating it the more I do it. So I just wanted to share how cool I think it is, and they're all genuine good people. Like, it's really cool. Like, they're all killers, but they're all super kind. Just met this kid on the bag, and I realized if I meet somebody every single day, that's 365 friends in a single year. That's a lot. And if you do anything once a day for a whole entire year, that's gonna compound like crazy. If you save $1 every single day, that's $365 in a year. If you save $2 every day for a year, that's $730. On the contrary, you spend $2 every single day, that's $730 in debt. If you pick up 1 piece of litter every single day, that's 365 pieces of litter in a whole year. And think about if every single person did that, 365 times what, 6 billion? Get out of here. The calm after the storm, it feels super nice out. I gotta go home and edit because it's 1:17 p.m. and like I said in yesterday's video, I need to get down editing on my laptop, so that's what I'm gonna do. Look at that sky. You can't convince me that it's real. Practice your networking skills. I challenge you today to make 1 interaction and hopefully make a friend. It's literally as simple as complimenting them, and then from there it's so easy to converse. They're gonna immediately be put in a good mood, probably like you, and you don't even have to think of what questions to ask them. They'll probably think of questions themselves. It's okay to sit in silence if you don't have any questions. What's more awkward is thinking of questions that you don't even care about. Once you find something in common, that's literally all you need. I guarantee you they know something that you don't. That is why networking is so powerful. Most people use iPhone, and what I've been doing lately is just pointing my iPhone towards theirs, and it will share each other's contact, and it's a really cool feature, so try that out if you haven't. It saves a lot of time and awkwardness. You're not gonna immediately see the value in meeting this stranger. They're a stranger, you don't know anything about them, but as soon as you start to get familiar with them, you'll understand that there is value. Every single thing you've learned was from a different person, whether it was online or in person. Some other person taught you that. Simply, the more you learn, the better your life becomes. If I get to guarantee to instill one thing inside of my child, it is to be obsessed with learning. Logging in the public because I simply do not care no more. I remember when I used to care so much about this, care about what every single person in this, I was about to say grocery store, in this gas station thinks, but I don't anymore. But what I do care about is reviewing this white Monster that everybody is talking about. Let's see, where is it? I don't even like Monster, but it's apparently everybody's #1, so I'm gonna try it, give an honest review. I haven't had any 10s, but I have had 9s, as in some of the Alani's and the Rains. The Rain Orange or the Alani Cherry Slush. And I also put the Dream Float up there. But we're gonna give a review. Just asked the cashier if she drinks energy drinks, and she said she does, and her favorite is the Monster Guava. Comment your favorite energy drink. I'm curious. All right, let's get into it. All right, White Monster Energy review. Whoa, did you see that? That mist? It's like something you find in the tundra in the snow on a mission, on a voyage. Let's see how it tastes. 1 through 10, honest review. I'm gonna be a little harsh. I haven't had any 10s, so. It's not like that super strong energy that you usually get with like a regular Monster. It's not really what I thought it would taste like. It's really hard to describe it. Overall, it's pretty smooth. I'll give it at least an 8, definitely not a 9. I feel like I'm tasting some type of fruit. I'm going somewhere between 8 and 8.2. I'll give it an 8.2. It's my dog. My dog. What's up, dog? It's nearly 8 p.m., but I finished editing. I edited a little bit on my laptop until I realized I'll probably get done quicker on my phone. Even though it did take a long time, I still have to just get to where I am competent at editing on my laptop. But the important thing is I got my video done, and it's just another step in the right direction. Another piece of input. I had to miss majority of my class, but I should have just enough time to get some rolls in. Let's get it. I'm gonna do another voiceover for my jiu-jitsu rolls, and mind you, I skipped the class because I was editing, so I have a lot more energy than my first opponent. He's higher than me. He's a blue or brown, purple, I don't know what he is, but he's better than me. But like I said, I have more energy, so first I try to claim the back. I hike him down, so now I have back control, so I try to maintain that. And now what I'm thinking is getting around his neck. So he's going to defend, he's going to go to turtle, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to try to get my hooks in. So that's what I do here. I get my hooks in, and I learned after this class on what I should have done. That's kind of what I should have done. I leaned him on his side, and now I try to stuff his arm behind my leg so I can trap it and he can't use it, so he only has one arm, but he breaks free and recovers to the turtle. So I go back on top, I try to get my hooks in again, and we're back to where we were. So this time I'm trying to think of what to do, and I remember I'm able to do a bow and arrow choke from this position. So I'm trying to remember what to do. I have one grip by his neck, one grip on his knee, and then I roll him over, and it's supposed to be tight. Not entirely sure where I went wrong, but I didn't get the submission, so now I'm just trying to attack the neck. He's defending the neck. We're hand fighting, but it is only a matter of time before I'm able to slip my arm all the way through and get the rear naked choke from this position. So right there he taps, and that was the first round. The next round we started on our knees, and he goes to try to put me in close guard. So I try to keep my distance, but he has a really good grip on my gi. I throw over one of his legs and put my knee on his neck, so it makes him super uncomfortable, and I break his grip, and now I'm almost in side control. He has a knee up, so not entirely. Actually, I think I might have my knee on his belly. I'm not too sure, but what I try to do here is a head and arm choke. So as you can see, his arm is by his head, and I'm trying to push his arm into his head with my head and then use my arm to create pressure on the other side and create the head and arm choke, but I was unsuccessful. My gi is over my head, so I push that away and try to finish it, but I can't, so I slide to mount. And now that I have mount, I have a bit more options. His arm is around his neck, so I'm thinking about doing the gift wrap choke, but I wasn't able to get that either, so I'm thinking arm bar, and that is what that is here. He turns, and I try to keep control of his arm, and I manage to, so then I get the tap. This is the last roll with him, so we start on our knees, we fight our grips until I pull him into my close guard. So now that I have him in my close guard, I try to do something that I've never done, but it is going to be super freaking awesome when I finally do it. I throw my knee over his shoulder, and this is called the omoplata, but he is doing a good defense of keeping his knee up. So I push that down, grab his hip, and this is good. But as you can see, he pulled his arm out, so I wasn't able to get it, but one day I will. Now I claim his back, get my hooks in, and this time I'm just going to go for the rear naked choke. As you can see, my arm is all the way through. I'm keeping my head tight, and then I use my other hand to reinforce the choke, and I get the tap. All right, for my next opponent is a brown belt, so way better than me, but remind you, I have way more energy than him.
So first I try to get to the back. I'm unable to. He tries to pull me into his closed guard, and he almost does. He gets me in this half guard, and he has a really good grip on my gi. So I secure the half guard. I try to keep close to him, but then he puts me in closed guard. So I remember how to defend this. I pin his armpits, I stand up, and I pick a leg to throw over. So now that I have height, I grab that leg and I try to strip it free. However, he has a really good grip on my sleeve, so I'm trying to strip that and not get pulled into a triangle, which is something that he could have done if he did pull me in closer. But now I get to side control. So now that I have side control, I'm applying shoulder pressure, and then he tries to sweep me, so I frame so I can maintain the top position. He's keeping his distance from me as I am trying to get closer. That way I can get some type of choke. He tries to sweep me, but he is unsuccessful. So now we are back at the start position, both on our knees. And now I'm thinking of what I should do. So I decide to make an attempt to claim his back. So I rush over, he turns and defends, and he is almost in a north-south, which would be a good position for me. But he pushes me away, rotates, and does a really good job of defending. So now I am trying to strip his grips. That is what is defending him against my choke. I can almost get a guillotine here, but I don't believe I get it. I almost do, but he just is super experienced, super good, so it's not likely. So then I go to take his back. He has a really good grip on my sleeves, so I strip it, and then I get my underhooks, and I'm trying to control his wrist now. He's a bit too tight for me to get my hooks in, so I'm trying, but I'm unable to. So then after that, I think about trying to get a rear naked choke. So I wait for my opportunity. I see it, I take it, but I wasn't able to. So now it's just a long battle of defending and attacking. I'm attacking. He's trying to defend because he's in the sub position. I'm in the dominant position, and he is going to try to flip me. So he almost does, but I still have his back. So I tried to get a rear naked choke still. I have one hook in, but it's not the best position. If it was the best position, I would be on him like a backpack, but I am on his side, so it's very unlikely to get a choke from that. So I go to mount. Now I am in a really good position. I try to just maintain mount, take my time, and think of what can I do when the opportunity arises. I get my hooks in at the bottom, and this is called a grapevine, so that way he can't sweep me, but he undoes it. I have one in still, so he's unable to sweep me that way. Maybe if he went the other way, he would be able to, and that's actually what he tries now, and he is successful. So now he has me in open guard, and the thing I think about is perhaps a triangle, but the problem with that is he has both arms in. If he had one arm out, it definitely would have been a lot more likely, but I wasn't able to get it, and we kind of get out of the frame, so I'm going to skip forward. But essentially, he gets the mount, then I manage to get to side control, but he singles an arm and gets the Americana and gets the tap. I can't play the audio because it's really hard to hear, and also it's copyright music in the background, but he just gives me a ton of compliments, and that is always super encouraging. Same with the other guy. They both gave me compliments, and I just really appreciate it.
You might be able to hear the sirens in the distance, and before I even heard them, I just became extremely grateful just thinking about all the positive interactions I just had, and also just having a car to get me to the grocery store, having money to pay for groceries, being able to eat clean, having the knowledge on how to eat clean, and just so many things. I was thinking about my client, future clients. There's so much to be grateful for. But anyways, the sirens were going on, so I just want to use that as an example. There's so much bad things happening in the world right now, and I guarantee you, you are in a better position than majority of them, so just be grateful. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat for dinner, but I gotta find something. As you remember, the power went out earlier today, so the Walmart workers had to pull all of this cold stuff, and I've never seen this. It's actually crazy. But anyways, I picked up this G. Hughes sugar-free sesame teriyaki marinade, and I'm gonna be using it to cook chicken and rice, and now I just gotta find me a drink. I was gonna make a strawberry banana smoothie, but there's no yogurt, so can't do that. I'm gonna switch it up to this because this is a sauce and this is a marinade, and my chicken is frozen. Even though everybody knows I'm the best chef in the world, I don't know if that makes a huge difference, so if you know, let me know. All reliable. And just in case I don't have it, this completes the meal. As you all know, I love fulfilling potential and I hate wasted potential. So I was thinking to myself, do other people have more potential than me, and do I have more potential than other people? But I don't believe so, because I believe we all have limitless potential. Yes, it is true that I may be able to fulfill my potential quicker than somebody else, and somebody else can fulfill their potential quicker than me, but there is no limit. It's limitless. We can always become better, we can always improve, and we can always fulfill more potential. There's always more to tap into. I just got out of the shower, but before I got in the shower, I was looking at my rash, and I just made the realization that I may not be taking this as serious as I should. I've had skin issues before, and it's absolutely horrible, and I should know the longer I go ignoring it, the worse it will get. So I should seek medical attention. I should go to the doctor tomorrow, because I don't know what it is. I believe I got it from my dog, but I don't know, maybe not. It really sucks, but what would be worse is if I contaminated somebody else. I feel absolutely horrible. Now, mind you, that's the reason why I put a gi on and I covered it up, because I don't want to get anybody contaminated. But still, I need to make sure I'm doing everything in my power to get rid of it so I don't have it and nobody else has a chance of gaining it. Again, it's stressful, but it's just another obstacle that I'm going to overcome. It's just a matter of time and effort. Today was a really productive day and I feel amazing. Not too long ago, I had a week spurt where I was just absolutely lazy. I spent all day scrolling on TikTok, on Insta, on YouTube Shorts. And I ate so freaking bad after Easter, because Easter I let loose, and from then on, literally like a week straight, I was eating straight junk food. But now I'm getting my diet back on track. I'm locking in on the gym, and I'm just locking in on life. This is a bit spicier than I thought it would be, but I found this other sauce I had, so I decided why not try both. All right, I'm gonna wrap up my night with Kill Tony and dinner. So I just wanna say thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any feedback. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, stay stoic and stay sedulous.